Yoga mat for sale. Used once at lunch hour class in December 2009. Usage timeline as follows. 11:45 a.m. Register for hot yoga class. Infinite wisdom tells me to commit to 5 class package and purchase a yoga mat. I pay $89.74. Money well spent, I smugly confirm to myself. 11:55 a.m. Open door to yoga room. A gush of hot, dry air rushes through and past me. It smells of breath, sweat, and hot. Take spot on floor and back of room next to cute blonde. We will date. 11:57. I feel the need to be as near to naked as possible. This is a problem because the hot blonde to my left and our pretending courtship. She will not be pleased to learn that I need to lose 30 pounds before I propose to her. 11:58. The shirt and the sweats have to come off. I throw caution to the wind and decide to rely on my wit and conditioning to overcome any weight issues my fiancé may take issue with. This will take a lot of wit and conditioning. 11:59. Begin small talk with my bride-to-be. She pretends to ignore me, but I know how she can be. I allow her to concentrate and stare straight ahead and continue to pretend that I don't exist. As we finish sharing our special moment, I am suddenly aware of a sweat mustache that is formed below my nose. This must be from all the whispering between us. 12 o'clock. The instructor enters the room and ascends her special podium at the front of the room. She is a slight, agitated Chinese woman. She introduces me to the class and everyone turns around to greet me just as I decide to aggressively adjust my penis and flexes packed in my Under Armour. My bride is notably unfazed. 12:02. Since I do have experience with hot yoga, just 4 sessions, just 5 short years ago, I fully consider that I may be so outstanding and skilled that my instructor may call me out and ask me to guide the class. My wife will look at me with a sparkle in her eye. We will make love after class. 12:10. It is now up to 95 degrees in the room. We've been practicing deep breathing exercises for the last 8 minutes. This would not be a problem if we were all breathing actual, oxygen. Instead, we are breathing each other's body odor, expelled carbon dioxide, and other unmentionables. Don't worry, I'll mention them later. 12:26. It's now 100 degrees, and I take notice of the humidity, which is hovering at about 90%. I feel the familiar, adorning stare of my bride and decide to look back at her. She appears to be nauseated. I then realize that I forgot to brush my teeth prior to attending this class. We bond. 12:33. It's now 110 degrees and 95% humidity. I am now balancing on one leg with the other leg crossed over the other. My arms are intertwined and I am squatting. The last time I was in this position was 44 years ago in the womb, but I'm in this for the long haul. My wife looks slightly weathered, dripping sweat, and her eyeliner is streaming down her face. Well, for better for worse is what we committed to, so we press on. 12:40. The overweight Hispanic man 2 spots over has sweat running down his legs. At least I think it's sweat. He's holding every position and has not had a sip of water since we walked in. He's making me look bad, and I hate him. 12:44. I consider that if anyone in this room farted, that we would certainly all perish. 12:52. It's now 140 degrees and 100% humidity. I'm covered from head to toe in sweat. There's not one square millimeter on my body that is not slippery and sweaty. I am so slimy that I feel like a sea lion or maybe a sea eel. Not even a bear trap could hold me. The sweat is stinging on my eyeballs and I can no longer see. 12:55. The room stinks of asparagus, cloves, tuna, and tacos. There is no food in the room. I realize that this is an amalgamation of the body odors of 30 people in a 140-degree room for the last 55 minutes. Seriously, enough with the asparagus, okay? 1:01 p.m. 140 degrees, 130% humidity. Look, bitch, I need my space here, so don't get all pissy with me if I accidentally sprayed you with sweat as I flipped over. Seriously, is that where this relationship is going? Get over yourself. We need counseling, and she needs to be medicated. Stat. 1:09. 150 degrees and cloudy. And hot. I can no longer move my limbs on my own. I've given up on attempting any of the commands this Chinese chick is yelling out at us. I will lay sedentary until the aid unit arrives, but I will buy this building and then have it destroyed. I lose consciousness. 1:15. I have a headache, and my wife is being a selfish bitch. I can't really breathe. All I can think about is holding a cup of hot sand in my mouth. I cannot remember what an ice cube is, and I cannot remember what snow looks like. I consider that my only escape might be a crab walk across 15 bodies and then out of the room. I am paralyzed and may never walk again, so the whole crab walk thing is pretty much out. 1:17. I cannot move at all and cannot reach my water. Is breathing voluntary or involuntary? If it's voluntary, I'm screwed. I stopped participating in the class 20 minutes ago. Hey lady, I paid for this frickin' class, okay? You work for me. Stop yelling at everyone and just tell us a story or something. It's like juice and cracker time, okay? 1:20. It's now 165 degrees and moisture is dripping from the ceiling. The towel that I'm lying on is no longer providing any wicking or drying properties. It is actually placing additional sweat on me as I touch it. My towel reeks. I cannot identify the smell, but no way can it be from me. Did someone spray some stank on my towel or something? 1:30. The torture session is over. I wish hateful things upon the instructor. She graciously allows us to stay and cool down in the room. It's 175 degrees. Who cools down at 175 degrees? A Komodo dragon? My wife has left the room, probably to throw up. 1:34. My opportunity to escape has arrived. I roll over to my stomach and press up to my knees. It is warmer as I rise up from the ground level, probably 15 degrees. So let's conservatively say it's 190. I muster my final energy and slowly rise, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other, towards the door, towards the door. 1:37. The temperature in the lobby is 72 degrees. Both nipples stiffen to diamond strength and my penis begins to retract into my abdomen from the 100-degree temperature swing. I can once again breathe, though, so I'm pleased. I spot my future ex-wife in the lobby. We had such a good thing going, but I know that no measure of counseling will be able to unravel the day's turmoil and mental scarring. 1:47. I arrive at Emerald City Smoothie and proceed to order a 32-ounce beverage, 402 calories, 0 fat, and 14 grams of protein, effectively negating any caloric burn or benefit from the last 90 minutes. I finish it in 3 minutes and spend the next 2 hours writing this memoir. 3:47. Create Craigslist ad while burning final 2 grams of protein from smoothie and before the shakes consume my body. 4:29 p.m. Note to self, check car for missing wet yoga towel in the AM.
Oh my